Hidden deep within the lush rainforests of Central and South America, grows a fruit unlike any other. A fruit with a sacred past, a bitter truth, and a legacy that spans thousands of years. This is the story of cacao, the food of the gods. Long before chocolate became candy, cacao grew wild in the upper Amazon basin, what is now parts of Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, and Brazil. Archaeologists have traced cacao use as far back as 5,000 years ago to ancient farming communities along the Pacific coast of present-day Ecuador. The seeds of this bitter fruit were fermented, dried, and ground, not for sweetness, but for ceremony. The Olmecs, one of Mesoamerica's earliest civilizations, are believed to be the first to domesticate the cacao tree. They drank it, revered it, and passed its sacred use to cultures that followed. To the Maya, cacao wasn't just a drink, it was a bridge between the spiritual and the earthly, reserved for rituals, royal banquets, and offerings to the gods. They called it cacao, and considered it divine. The Aztecs took it even further. To them, cacao was currency, literally. Cacao beans were used as money. 1 turkey, 200 beans. 1 night with a courtesan, about 10. Yes, even love had a price in cacao. The traditional cacao drink was a far cry from modern chocolate. No sugar, no milk. It was thick, bitter, and spiced with chili, annatto, or vanilla. It was believed to invigorate warriors, open the heart, and connect to the divine. Priests used it in ceremony. Rulers drank it before war. Couples shared it during sacred unions. Cacao wasn't just consumed, it was respected. In the early 1500s, Spanish explorers arrived in Mesoamerica. They witnessed cacao's power and value, and quickly transported it back to Europe. But the bitter brew did not suit European palates. So they did what colonizers often do. They sweetened it, added milk, changed it. By the 17th century, chocolate had become a status symbol in royal courts, a drink for aristocrats, a luxury, no longer sacred but profitable. As demand for chocolate grew, so did exploitation. Cacao was planted across colonies in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Caribbean. Indigenous farmers were replaced by enslaved peoples. Traditional methods lost to mass production. What was once sacred became industrial. The cacao bean, once used in prayer, became a global commodity. Even today, cacao farming is still haunted by labor exploitation, child labor, and environmental degradation. The bitter truth behind the sweet industry. But not all is lost. In recent decades, people have begun returning to cacao's roots. Artisan chocolate makers, ceremonial cacao practitioners, ethical cooperatives, all working to revive the real story of cacao. Back to small farms, back to heirloom varieties, back to honor, not profit. Today, cacao is more than a trend. It's being studied for its benefits to the heart, brain, and mood. For its rich levels of theobromine, magnesium, and antioxidants. For its role in community, connection, and healing. And while chocolate may dominate the shelves, cacao's true form is re-emerging, raw, real, ritual. In a world chasing speed, cacao reminds us to slow down, to connect, to breathe, to remember where our food and our wisdom comes from. Because cacao isn't just a drink, it's a story, 5,000 years old, and still being written.